Good afternoon, everyone. I am Robin Izar F. Bordo, and here I will be presenting to you my paper entitled Liturgical Music and the Mediation of Absolute Mystery, Used in the Lens of Karl Rahner. Filipino liturgical music today is influenced by traditional devotional forms, but also shaped by modern musical styles. There is a tension then about the purpose and identity of Filipino liturgical music. The key issue is that whether liturgical music is about emotion or transcendence, and thus there is a need for a philosophical evaluation. My research is based on Karl Rahner's philosophy, which stated that the human person is always oriented toward infinite being. To bring up some of the ideas, first, transcendence. It refers to reaching beyond all limits. And second, we have absolute mystery. Who is God? That is beyond full understanding. The implication here is that worship must remain open ended and not fully satisfying. Let me define some of these terms. Again, the absolute mystery is God, and God is always present but never fully grasped. Transcendence is a human tendency to go beyond finite experience. And then mediation, which here it refers to music, as a means of encountering God and not replacing Him. And so, my question throughout this paper is that does liturgical music mediate the absolute mystery, or does it reduce it to emotional feeling? The problem is that there is a confusion between true encounter and emotional satisfaction. And so I argue that liturgical music truly mediates God when it preserves transcendence and uses form, restraint, and symbolism. It should avoid quick emotional closure. And the main standard behind it is not how intense the emotions are, but the human's orientation toward mystery. To support, first, the human person always is directed toward infinite being. Therefore, no experience can fully satisfy us in all aspects. The problem is that quick emotional satisfaction equates to a false completion. Second, God is the absolute mystery and not an object. God cannot be controlled and fully felt. The danger here then is reducing God to a psychological emotion. And third, worship is not emotional consumption, but a transcendence of the self. The problem is when we seek the peaks of our emotions when hearing music, we tend to have a consumer mentality. The goal of liturgical music is to form openness and conversion. Here, let me present to you some of the objections with which my argument is against. First, emotional immediacy can open transcendence. It implies that emotion can be a doorway to God rather than a barrier to it. Second, too much restraint on emotions makes liturgical music and the liturgy as a whole, it makes it cold and distant. And there is a risk of the absence of real encounter. It implies that mediation needs a presence that is felt. And third, not all worshippers are stable. Many of us who worship God are wounded and spiritually fragile. And each of us need immediate comfort. And so we hear music also to receive emotional consolation. To reply, first, emotion is good, but it should not be the final thing. Emotion must point beyond itself. Second, God can be near without being grasped. Encounter does not equate to possession of God. And third, transcendence includes human weakness. Comfort surely is allowed, but comfort is not the goal. Indeed. So, to move on, the insights I can get from my paper is that emotion is not wrong and it is a lived reality, but it must remain open. Presence and mystery should and must work together. Being universal includes both weak and the spiritually mature, and hence we worship as a one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. And music should guide beyond feeling and not end in feeling. Therefore, I conclude that liturgical music mediates God when it maintains openness and avoids quick satisfaction. We must therefore remember that emotion must be purified. God remains a mystery and the mystery, and worship does not equate to fulfillment of emotions. To end, true music leads beyond itself and finally to God. Thank you.